When you're controlling, it's like you're so restrictive instead of being allowing.
Here comes a breath before we get a little bit closer.
We compare ourselves with other women with their bra sizes, or downward dog in yoga, to what our husbands do, what our kids do, and that really is draining our energy.
And the wind is really blowing.
Give your child a transition time. So like when parents are on the playground, instead of going, okay, let's go home, give them a 5-minute, a 3-minute, and a 1-minute warning so that they're prepared, because just shifting like that is not good for it. They can't do that.
I will treat you like you're oh so typical.
The Enlightened Kid program is a program that's based from 0 to 2, 2 to 5, and 5 to 8, broken into age groups that really helps give kids a healthy mind, a happy heart, and a joyful soul.
All I dream of lately is how to get you
The best rule of thumb is say what you mean and mean what you say.
before we meet a little bit closer. Here comes the spark before the dark. Come a little closer. And lights are off.
You need to stop comparing yourself to other women, and you need to start really validating yourself that you are enough, because the basis of all of it, like I said, is coming from a lack mentality. It's really recognizing it within ourselves, and when are we like that? You know, when does that show up? Because it typically shows up in a situation where we feel stressed, we feel overwhelmed, which is a lot of women are like that these days. So some stressful situation, it could be good. It could be, you know, you're creating a wedding, you just had a baby, and you tend to be a little bit forceful because you're in fear.
Anytime you want to attract anything, you have to become what you want to attract. You have to send out that energy. So in order for her to attract a man like the prince, she really had to own being that princess. I've been known to tell little white lies to my children as well. You know, when my child was 2, we were on a plane, and he's kind of kept putting the strap of the airplane, you know, in his mouth, and I kept telling, ew, icky, dirty, and he wasn't getting it. So I'm like, Alex, elephants come on the plane and poop on that. And he immediately stopped, and he had, you know, he had put it in since. You know, he doesn't think elephants now come on a plane, so it's not something that hurt him. But it kind of helped him in the moment.
The natural progression in our evolution from that damsel in distress, you know, woman in the 50s kind of thing, to get to a point where we had to have power in, you know, in the workforce, even in our relationships too. But it's gotten to the point where it's like it's not working for us anymore. We're overwhelmed. It's like there's too much stress. We're doing too much and having less results. And the thing is that these behaviors are actually preventing women from getting what they want in life.
When I pull up to an ATM machine, or I'm going, you know, and I take my bank card out to get money, I let my kids know, and they're very young, they're 2 and 3.5. I tell them, listen, this isn't just a big money machine. You know, mommy worked for my money. I put the money in. I did something of value to earn that money, and now I need or want this money, and I'm taking it out with this thing.
Money is something that we all need. It's something that is part of our society, it's part of our world, and unfortunately most of us have a negative charge even on the word money. If we have not enough money, you know, we tend to feel constricted about it, and we tend to, whatever we have as far as money is concerned, we give that off to our kids. So if we're feeling negative about money, our kids are going to pick up on that.
Imagine that you're jumping out of a plane, you know, and your parachute is not coming out, you know. It's kind of like it's going to be over soon. That's kind of sometimes what we have to do with a tantrum, is like just kind of let the child do what they do, because if we get involved in you know, like give them a lot of attention, a child is really wanting our attention. So when we kind of start, we teach kids basically how to react with us. And if they're getting our attention, or if say they're wanting a toy in a store, and we're like, here, take it, you know, just to quiet them down, they're getting what they want. So tantrums are a learned behavior.
A lot of women try to be very controlling. They try to be very domineering, and you know, this attitude of force really works against women in their feminine nature. It's really coming from more of a loving feminine place, and we can own our true feminine power and be, you know, be in that power position, but not have to tell everybody what to do and be domineering and be controlling, and really come from a place of being in our hearts and be loving
and that's where our true power exists.
A lot of times, you know, women are looking to be validated, and the reason they're becoming so controlling or competitive is because they're very insecure. It's a behavior that stemmed from fear, and the fear is that I'm not enough, I'm not doing enough, my kids aren't enough. So that's the behavior that we go into when we compare ourselves, and we push our kids at the demise of their self-esteem.
Here comes